What is good, YouTube? Charon FX back. Hey man. So in this video, I'm about to show you how I was able to catch about 200 pips on NAS 100 or US 100. Some people also call it US Tech, right? So if you really want to learn how I did it, make sure you stick to the end of this video. If you're also interested in enrolling in my one-on-one mentorship, just DM me on Instagram. The link is in the description below. Just DM me on Instagram at Charon FX. If you also haven't yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button, make sure to drop a comment down below. So with that being said, let's just get to business. Alright, so now starting from the 4H time frame. So for you all who've been following me for some time, know that the first thing I like to do is to identify our trend, right? So looking at our chart, what trend are we in here? An uptrend. Alright. So after we've identified our trend, what's the second thing I like to do? I like to identify my market structures. Alright, I like to identify my market structures. So now let's get into the chart and identify the market structures together. So starting from here, what do we have here? A higher low. Alright, price created this higher low. After that, went up to create this higher high. Yeah. After this high high was created, what did price do next? Price came back down to create a new lower low. Why is this a lower low? Because price closed below what its previous higher low. So now this becomes a lower low. So after this lower low was created, what were we expecting price to do? We are expecting price to retrace back a little bit, create a new lower high, and continue back down to create a lower low. So now at this point, you can say that there's a shift in market structures from bullish to bearish. Alright, but that's not what price did. What price did was to create a new higher low right here, break above its previous low, higher high, and create a new higher high. So at this point, price was no longer bearish. Price was still bullish because price failed to continue back down. Right, price failed to continue back down to create a new lower low. Do you get me? Good. So after this higher high was created, what did price do next? It came back down to create a higher low. Why is this our new higher low? Because this higher low is higher than that of its previous higher low. After this higher low was created, what did price do next? It went back up to create a new higher high. Why is this a higher high? Because this high is higher than that of its previous high. So after price created this higher high, what did it do next? It came back down, created this high. Yeah. Came back up to create a new lower high. Why are we considering this as a lower high? Because this lower high led to the break of what? Of this higher low and created a new lower low. So now this becomes a lower high. So after this lower high was created, what were we expecting price to do? We were expecting price to retrace back to create a new lower high, then a new lower low, so we can continue to the downside. But is that what price did? No. What did price do after it created this lower low? It went back up to create a new higher high. You get me? Price went back to create a new higher high. So at this point, structure is no more bearish. Structure is still bullish. You get my point? Good. So after this higher high was created, what did price do next? Price came back down to create a new higher low. Alright, why is this our new higher low? Because this low is higher than that of its previous low. After this higher low was created, what did price do next? Price went back up to create a new higher high. Sorry, let me change this and make it a higher high. Good. So price came back to create a new higher high. So now from the market structures you've identified, we realize that price is trading between this higher low and this higher high, right? So after we've identified our market structures, and after we've identified that Price is trading between this higher low and this higher high. What do I do next? The next thing I do is to drop to my lower time frame, which is my H1 time frame, to look for our entries. So now let's go down to our H1 time frame to look for our entry. Alright. So now coming down to the H1 time frame, what was the first thing I did? First thing I did was to also identify our H1 time frame market structure. Alright. So now let's identify the structures together. So starting from here, what the price do? Price came back down to create a lower low, came back up to create a lower high, came back down to create a lower low, came back up to create a high. Why won't I consider this a higher low? Because price never closed above what? This lower high. What price did was to reject, come back down to create a higher low, then go back up to create a higher high. You get me? This is a higher low because this higher low led to the formation of this higher high. So now at this point, structure was no longer bearish, structure was bullish because price managed to close above its previous or lower high. Alright, good. So after this higher high was created, what the price do next? It came back down to create a new higher low, went back up to create a new higher high, came back down to create a new higher low, went back down to create a new higher high. After this higher high was created, what the price do next? It came back down to create a new lower low. Why is this a lower low? Because price broke below what? Its previous higher low. So at this point, price is no longer bullish. Price is bearish. You get my point? Good. After there was a shift in structure from bullish to bearish, what was I looking out for? The only thing I was looking out for was my key levels. You get me? And in a bullish structure, what are we looking for? We are looking for what? Support to become what? Resistance. We are looking for what? Previous support to become what? Resistance. So where is my support? This is my support. So I took my rectangular tool or my rectangle tool and drew our support zone. Right? So what do we have here? If you are to extend this, we have support, resistance, support, then what? Resistance. So now after price broke below our support or our previous support, what were we waiting for? We're waiting for price to retest it as a what? As a resistance, so we can continue back down. You get me? Good. So now after price broke below our key level and retested, what did we see next? What we saw price do was to consolidate right here, right? We realized price was consolidating at our key level, right? So did we just enter the trade after price was consolidating? No, we waited for a shift in momentum, right? A candlestick, a bearish candlestick confirmation that was going to show us that, okay, it's now time for price to drop down, all right? So what candlestick confirmation led to the breakout of this consolidation right here? This bearish momentum candlestick, right? So after price managed to break below or to break out of our consolidation with this bearish candlestick, that's when I'm waiting for what? Sells. Yeah, place my stop loss right above our consolidation. I might take profit at our what? At a higher time frame what? Higher low, or at a higher time frame structure level. Like I said earlier on, you don't want to target anything below a higher time frame level because the overall trend is still bullish. You get my point? Good. So yeah, this was how I was able to catch about 219 pips trading NAS 100. So I was risking 58 pips to make 219 pips, you get me, which gives us a risk to reward ratio of 1:3.76. As simple as that. As simple as that. In case you didn't understand anything I did, make sure you go back and rewatch the video for as many times you can to understand how exactly I did it. It's so simple and straightforward. You get my point? Good. If you're also interested in enrolling my one-on-one mentorship, just DM me on Instagram to get yourself enrolled. If you also haven't yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure to drop a comment down below. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Ciao and FX. Peace. I'm out.